Duke, are you ready, my friend? I am excited.
Yes, I
I mean, this I like
100%
it's just so
ready.
fun. Yeah, it's so funny because again, we when we started this, and again, nothing but total love and respect to the people in the first demo day. But I mean, we had like people were doing kind of more like fun things, like I said, like tarot card readings and stuff, which are super cool and I really liked. But now, like the way that this is really scaled up and some of these projects, like it's super impressive. And so I'm really excited about this. Um, and with that, who do we have? We have Selvin on the managing the screen.
Yes. See, 4 minutes, 59 seconds.
Okay, well, you still have 5. But with that, my friend, demo days, March through May, elevator, cohort number 5 is officially begun. And go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. I'm starting it.
Section 1. Nalame Story. Introduction. In a remote village in India, access to healthcare is miles away. I live in a village, nearly 100 kilometers from the nearest hospital in the town. Can technology help me get the high-quality healthcare for me? Nalame is changing that. Here is my story. I noticed a strange lesion on my arm. It's been growing, so I opened the Nalame app. Vitals and symptom check. I checked my vitals, then asked the Nalame chatbot about the mark on my forearm. The AI assistant asks important questions. It asked how long I had it, whether it was painful, and if it had grown over time. Then, it asked me to take a picture and submit. AI prediction. Nalame's AI prediction engine goes to work. The AI analyzed the image and said, with 85% confidence, that it could be cancerous. Urgency flag and triage. I was flagged for urgent medical review. The app marked it as urgent and sent my case to the Nalame admin team. Admin routing to doctors and admin assigned the case to 5 dermatologists in the network. One doctor accepted and confirmed that it was cancerous. The doctor sent the prescription to the nearest pharmacy. It prepares and delivers medicine to my home. Insurance approval. Nalame submitted my insurance claim. 90% of my treatment was approved immediately. Doctor video call scheduled from Nalame app. I had a video call with the doctor. They explained my diagnosis, treatment, and urgency. Treatment and outcome. Operation was successful, care delivered, life saved. Thanks to Nalame, I received fast, accurate care without leaving my village except for the operation. Closing messages. Nalame, healthcare that reaches you. Nalame, your village's gateway to modern healthcare. Section 2. Product Demo Video Tape. Demo. The home screen has the health vitals collected either from a smartwatch or manually entered. The profile screen shows the multilingual support, text-to-speech, speech-to-text, and different units. Let us go to the chat. Ask a question to get answered by Gen AI. In our case, we use Gemini. Within a few seconds, we get the results back. With RAG, we can fine-tune the answer much more accurately by accessing her health files. To be implemented. Now, the patient wants to submit her skin lesion from her forearm. We route the request to the appropriate AI API service. Now, it goes to an inference engine that runs on GCP to analyze and get the result back. The result has embedding data, which we further analyze before showing the human-readable result. Section 3. Our business plan. In developing countries, though the urban areas have improved a lot in terms of having high-quality healthcare facilities, the rural areas lag behind, totally underserved, the cost is exorbitant, and so vulnerable to many health issues. Our solution is to put an AI assistant that will close the gap for a quicker, more accurate, and affordable high-quality healthcare. The addressable market for our product is more than $3 trillion per year, but so much amount is wasted in inefficiencies. We will also bring the solution at a lot lesser cost. We will connect hospitals, pharmacies, insurers, and other suppliers and vendors for a cohesive and efficient system. High-level architecture. With the input from the patient, the router routes it to the appropriate AI service, runs on GCP to predict the issue. It connects a doctor with the patient for the care. It has follow-up and scheduling modules to help them to handle the entire process. Here is our project timeline following what we have learned in the last few weeks. Revenue stream is a cut from service providers' bill with no cost to the patients. That's all to it. Thanks for your time. The end.
We have Andy. We have the Stay Verde team.
All right. Could you let me know if you can see that on your
We
screen?
can see your screen. Yep. And let me know when you're ready to begin.
Excellent. Well, first I want to start off saying thanks, Duke and Tony. The course has been great. As a professor myself, I really appreciate how you all have gone about it. I want to say thanks for Abhishek for helping out with this, joining up on the project. So let's go ahead and get things started. And we're going to tell you about automatic net zero travel for universities. So I don't need to tell you that climate change is a problem, but for different organizations, they have different aspects of their operations that contribute to this problem. For universities, it's a lot of things, but travel is one of the biggest contributors, in particular air travel. So if we take one example, Harvard, they've made air travel one of their 6 climate action priority areas. It turns out, though, that travel is pretty difficult to decarbonize. So it's not like an automobile that you can electrify. So you need to take some approaches focusing on consumer behaviors. So Harvard spends quite a bit on travel, and they have a large fund for decarbonization. Sometimes that might go to renewable energy or something for sustainable food in their cafeterias. But actually, little of it goes to sustainable travel, even though that's one of their priority areas. And that's because current solutions to measure and reduce travel emissions are lacking. In today's presentation, we're going to focus on the measurement piece of things, but also we'll be planning to reduce travel emissions. And right now, there are some ways of estimating carbon emissions from travel based on cost, but with the fluctuations of flight prices, that can be really inaccurate. You may be familiar with travel expense management platforms like SAP Concur or Amex Global Business Traveler. They can actually run some of these calculations, but most travelers actually don't use that system. 20 to 50% book outside the system. And so you have a situation where there's messy, decentralized data. And that's where Stay Verde steps in to automate the measurement and reduction of carbon emissions from travel. Doing this in a way that it only requires 10 minutes to set up automated CO2 measurement for the entire university's air travel. So Abhishek is going to tell you a little bit how we're doing that and incorporating AI into the process.
Yes, thank you, Andy. So when we started this project, the first question, we were following the data-driven checklist here. One of the question was why we need to use AI. Now, the answer to is because of the uncertainty in the format, the input format. So we are looking at the travel itinerary emailers of different airlines, which will change based on whether it's round trip, multi-city trip, you're booking a hotel, all of that. So, and based on my experience in the past of solving such problems with traditional software approach, there are multiple challenges when the format change and all of that. So we realized, yes, this is the right approach. And based on that, we did some research, checked few models. You can go on the next slide, Andy, where so our focus was to have an approach which is both cost efficient and resource efficient. Okay. So from that perspective, we try to use the existing, we set up a Gmail and use existing Google PubSub model, which will only push the relevant emails. Okay. I checked few models, the question answer model, the data extraction model, but based on the initial testing, based on the sample data, we were not satisfied with the result. So we took the approach of using Gemini API. So the carbon calculator, it needs the input to be sent in a JSON format. That's what the application will do. And then the carbon calculator will give us an output. Andy, back to you.
Okay, thanks for that. And so it ends up that the user has a really easy system where they don't have to take any action for measuring their carbon emissions, but they can view what those might be. An administrator has a one-click download for the carbon reporting that they might need to do, as well as then a booking system that's going to be integrated into this that can facilitate reductions in carbon emissions. So this gives us a business model with two approaches: the SaaS model for the carbon accounting software, and then for the booking that'll occur, which we're also going to integrate some AI into, have a marketplace model taking 5% of those transactions at no extra cost to the user. So focusing on universities as the initial market, looking at the travel spend of 100 universities in the US and pricing things at that 0.5 of travel spend, we see a initial market of 220 million a year. And if we extend this to enterprises who also need to report carbon emissions because of new regulations in California and the EU and Japan, it's even bigger at $15 billion a year. So encourage you all, if you want to either ask questions or collaborate on this, or even try it out, send an email to flights@stayverde.com. And thanks for your time, and appreciate your feedback on this.
Great presentation. That was definitely really good. Okay, good stuff. And again, can you guys hear me? Okay. Again, use the Discord to put your contact info, etc., for people that want to follow up. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I'm not prepared for this, but we have my turn. Now, I know that Duke and I are, well, Duke will probably win, but whoever wins demo day, it'll be whoever second place, right? We're all rooting for second. So anyway, so here we go. So I have been working on something. It's called Animal Circle. And what this is, oops, let me start my timer. And what this is a social media for animal lovers. What we're doing is we want to provide people with a strong community, a friendly place to share their love for animals. The problem that we're addressing is I'm seeing in particular a lot of user disconnect from social media in general. There's kind of the one size fits all platform, but to me, it's more, I've thought about it, and what really started me to build this is because this is something I want, right? And if it becomes marketable, great, I think it can be, but I'm building this because I want this. And the reason I want it is because, like, I think about what I use social media for. And mostly the one I still like is Instagram, because, like, really with all the politics and everything, there's just so much negativity on social media, and just it's really built for negative engagement. I mean, it is. And I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't need that in my life. I like Instagram because it's photo based, and it's usually people who are posting like fun things, and there's, at least for the people I follow, almost all drama free. But what I found was that the photos I shared the most were typically the animal ones. Like, I've got a few friends, and we send, a cute dog picture, or a goose going up to a cat and becoming friends. And I really saw value in the animal. Another one of my friends runs a pet loss support group. And so I was really, just amazed at how many other people share such a love for animals. Okay. And as we see with, people are having less kids, their pets are really becoming their kids. So the solution is Animal Circle. That's something I've been building. It's, again, we're looking to be a niche platform, but basically it's something, again, that is an animals only social media platform. And a big part of it is what we call these circles, right? And so they're kind of like Facebook groups, but we call it circle because, again, it just gives more of a warm vibe, a community-based vibe. And people can start circles of whatever they want. For instance, Pomeranian circles. So if you want to post Pomeranian photos, you can do that. If you're someone who has goats, right? Who knows? Whatever it is you want to do, you can create your own specific one. You can create your own pet loss support circle. So while the concept of animal only might in theory seem like it's lacking volume, that's fine. I don't need to be larger than Facebook. I don't even have any desire to do that. I'm building something again that I want and I think can be really cool. And I think people will like too. And niche platforms actually can survive and not only survive, but do quite well. So let's see here. This is our roadmap. We can go back and talk to that later, but let's actually take a look. It is a working product. And if anyone's actually interested in this, I'm looking for people that maybe want to help me with this. I'm kind of spread out, so I'm doing several things. So I haven't built this as much as I wanted to. But this is how the platform looks, right? So you can see these photos here. These are things that people have posted. They all have an animal. And the magic really is this, is that it has an AI vision model. I run this as Steve Parrish. Some of my Grateful Dead fans might know who that is. But so if I go and use, for instance, this one, I could do check out this guy running at me. And then you can also put tags. So if you want to put it, you can tag friends, or you can actually tag, like boar or whatever it is you want to do. And you can see here that I'm able to post this, right? So the flip side of this would be, let's say, for instance, I just want to post a selfie, right? So let's take an example of one that here's someone who there's no animal, and then I still need to fix the UI, but we're sorry, but no animal was detected, so there's no post button. So I can't post this because it hasn't found an animal. Okay. And so I'd always wanted something like this, but now with AI vision models, it actually can be possible. Of course, you can do friends, messaging, all these other things. And our thought is that we would have a sponsor up here on the top. There's other ways to do it. It actually looks pretty good on mobile as well. And so I'm excited about this. Again, there's a chat. You can talk about whatever you want. It's just like a normal social media. It does work well. It's a web app right now. Eventually, it'll be a native app as well. But for builders, again, web apps is really much easier. It's much easier to update, etc. But if you are an animal lover and you want to connect with animal people and have a actually enjoyable place to hang out and share your love of our pet world, animalcircle.ai. Thank you very much. Okay, look at that, even under time. Pradeep, thank you very much. And you know what, actually too, I'm gonna slight change in rules. If you want to post if you have a link that's up already for even the people who've presented, go ahead and put it in the chat. And again, we'll do it all in the Discord as well. But if you do want to, feel free if you want, and then people can go back and look at this later. But I'll put what I have going on in the chat. And if you want to, please do. If you have something that people look at. Okay, you look ready. Let me get my timer going. And are you ready to roll? I don't hear you. Is it me, or can you guys hear?
No, we cannot hear him.
Okay. Is it Pradeep presenting? Can you make sure your mic's on, sir?
When you present in the Zoom, there was an option, share audio. Probably you did not click it.
Yeah, can you guys see
Yeah.
the screen? Apologies for that. Well,
Okay, ready?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fire away.
Well, I do love films, and I have been in touch with a few friends who tried being an indie filmmaker, and there's always been a challenge that it's very expensive to make a movie, and they always struggle with the idea as to how can I really understand my movie, of what I have made from both creative perspective, and also addressing the problem of whether it is good enough for the market, or what will the regulators say about it? What do critics say about it? So, so when I spoke to them, they were throwing all these challenges about movies, and being a film, audio visual mode, is quite challenging for any software to kind of really understand that. That was not until we had AI, right? AI does give us this opportunity of being multimodal, which means we could take video, audio, text, and can try to make sense of it. And this is where, let me introduce you to Kino AI. It's an aspiration for all the indie filmmakers as a creative insurance for them to sort of like really speak to their movie and really talk to it in a sense that as if the movie was talking back to them. So that was the problem statement I was trying to solve. And having explored that, my biggest challenge was that how do I achieve that? And therefore, what I came up with was this particular tool, which is what I built called Kino AI. And sorry, guys. And what it does is that you would see that if you're able to see the demo.
My name's Scott Baker. My family has been connected with this community for generations.
Completely automated to be able to do all this stuff. I'm going to turn off the audio here, so you kind of get the idea of what I have been able to do with this is pick a movie as an indie filmmaker. They could submit their a video, and then we process it using the processing engine, and then basically label it and find out all the nuances which any creative person would need to be able to go through their own movie in a very nuanced sense, frame by frame, scene by scene, and being able to really talk to it. As you'd see here, that I could do things like speech recognition. I could even find out if my movie has something explicit which I didn't recognize, and there is all these labeling around that. I could detect all my shots from here and kind of jump to that. So this really leverages, and let's say I have a talent in there and I really want to find out what's going on. So it has immense application. And one of the first use cases which we're trying to sort of use is for the film, movie, and ratings, right? And for that, what we're doing is we have taken the BBC FC classification guidelines, and I'm running it through my engine right now. It's kind of getting there, but it's not 100% quite there in terms of the accuracy. But the idea is to be able to use this and then classify the movie and give them scene by scene analysis of what is the potential of the what they could do, and save them really a lot of money, because that way they can make good cuts in their movies before even it goes to the regulator. So it's kind of a pre-check creative insurance, what I'm trying to sort of help them with. So coming back to it, so basically the technical foundation is based on a multimodal layer, and I do a lot of vector matching, and there is cloud architecture. There's lots going on there, which if anybody's interested, I could go over that later on, but for just being conscious of the time, what I'm really looking for is people who are industry insiders, who are classification experts, or people who have technical knowledge. And I would really love to work on multimodal analysis. I'm more than happy to work with them, and also if they can share any ideas about how to go about this project, that would be really helpful. So thank you very much for your time, and sorry for the slow start.
Great presentation.
Lovely. All right. So essentially, I am a CEO of a marketing agency. We're a specialist marketing agency. We've got 49 people. We work with the likes of Lego. So we do well, but we're very specialist in the area of SEO and search engine optimization and things around that. So back in December, before I started this course, I had to do something, and I used ChatGPT to write all the code write Python code to do API calls for me that streamlined a lot of the work. And then I started researching AI solution architecture, and obviously this course came, but because I'm CEO, I can be quite indulgent of what I do with my time. So I hired an AI developer. I had to sack him because it was shit, pardon my language. Had to hire another one who was actually really good, and I've been working with him since. And then we started scaling and automating our services to do what the team used to do in days, in minutes. So I'm going to show a little bit of that, but essentially our goal is to empower marketing teams to think bigger and work smarter by amplifying human innovation with transformative power of AI. So there's a lot of stuff in marketing that's manual, that's like data analysis and stuff where AI is fundamentally better. So our goal is how we could do it. And this is ultimately, I've been to loads of conferences in our industry, and everyone, when they talk about AI, they're just essentially using ChatGPT or Claude or Copilot or whatever, and just using the text iterations. So we've started building workflows from this course that's helped structure it, essentially to automate that process. And ultimately do it better with more scale. So I've actually, this is the demo, and I need to make sure the sound's not on, of the tool that we built. So I'll press play and make sure the sound's off. So essentially what it does is when we're getting a new client, we need to analyze them versus their competitors. So for example, there are 3 travel brands in the UK here, we put them in. And then what it does is it goes off and does API calls and does all these tasks that would be part of it. So you understand whether you want to understand the difference between the keywords, and then you press continue, and it starts doing API calls. And a lot of this code was written with AI, but fundamentally there are about 4 interactions of AI that do a lot of this work. So it pulls all the data, it tells me how they overlap with each other, whether they're looking at the same keywords. It then goes deeper to categorize the keywords using Gemini. So it lists all the keywords, looks at relationship intent between them, whether they're branded or non-branded, spits out for me for the opportunity. It tells me what's in each of those categories. And then it starts going deeper. So a logic-based rules, I say these are, if I'm in SEO, I want to optimize for generic, so non-branded keywords that they can do well for. So it tells me if I was love holidays, these were the keywords that I'll go after. It immediately spits that all out in seconds. So this would take my team days before, or hours. Then it goes deeper. So what you do with Google is you can essentially learn from Google itself. So for example, if you want to rank for Disney Holidays 2025, you can actually get data from Google's search engine results and understand and analyze it. So we start going and using API calls to pull what Google has in the search results pages. And then we use NLP with AI to understand it, to actually relate that back and understand it. So this is where it goes off and pulls all the search data. And then it suggests recommendations based off that. So tell me, for the term Alicante, this is everything that Google has rewritten. And it does this over such a scale that humans wouldn't be able to do it. It would take them days and weeks. And then I put this through AI to summarize the learnings for me. So once more, this would take a very qualified person in my team days to do. And then I do something more. So I take all those opportunity keywords, I give it to AI and say, can you suggest relevant keywords around it with quite well structured? It then lists a list of relevant keywords. Here they are per each of those subject. And then I go off and pull SERP data again, get AI to read all those pages, and then to summarize and spit back out briefs. I've got 40 seconds, but anyway, it's running, and it will spit back out a far too long detailed brief for each of those terms. So this is a workflow that used to take a member of my team days. And I need to skip it. And essentially, we can do in minutes. And the other thing in the UK, there's an R&D research thing, which means you can offset any of the investment in R&D off your corporation tax bill. So what we're starting to do is pitch this to businesses to automate their workflows, improve their marketing, and it's essentially free for them because they get it off their final year tax bill. That's the end of it.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, so I'm going to be talking to you guys about a platform that I've been creating called Select Safe AI. And the idea of this is to be able for businesses, mainly in the financial industry, to empower responsible AI adoption within their business and within their operations itself. So one of the challenges that you tend to see within corporations and companies themselves, it's when they go and they want to adopt a certain AI model within their processes, there's no standardized way of safety precautions or looking at performance evaluations, just some research, it's web appearance, and all these kind of things. So there's a lack of transparency. And this makes the stakeholder very nervous because they don't have anything to justify for us to use this AI model within the working process itself. So the impact of this, it's usually things like things get delayed. Sometimes the integration of AI fails within the business operations, so a lot of investment goes out the window, a lot of effort goes out the window, and also this can affect the company's reputation. Okay, and this is the last thing you want to do within a financial company itself. So the purpose of Select Safe AI is to be able to enable businesses to confidently select an AI model that they've been researching and to be able to bring that in. They can do the research, but then the platform's going to show them that the AI model that they're selecting also aligns with the global AI regulations, the host country's AI regulations, and also it shows how it aligns with the business or the corporation's compliance and regulations. Okay, and the outcome of this is to have a report which gives you a full breakdown of the AI model itself, its performance, toxicity, and how it aligns with regulations and which regulations it actually violates. And having this documentation itself gives the company preparation for auditors that's going to come in, and also a very good documentation as to why you're using this AI model. Okay, so the solution, as I explained before, is going to show you performance metrics such as mass level, average, scoring, CO2 cost, and all these other stuff. Also some stuff that you see from text toxicity. So does it show you any signs of self-harm, hate, violence? And it's going to give you a full description of that AI model that's been updated within Hugging Face. And it's also going to show you some compliance mapping. So it's going to show you how this AI model and the whole universe of this AI model itself, how it aligns with all these different regulations that you get around the world. So a kind of a sort of overview of the operation itself. Here in the top left-hand corner, here kind of shows you all of the nations that have their AI ethics published on white paper itself, and it's there for you to bring in. And also here it's kind of joining this sort of documented data with all of the models that you find in Hugging Face. So this will kind of be the back-end data of the platform itself. So what does the user do within a corporation? So they're going to upload all of their compliance regulations. They're also going to upload maybe the business operation that they're thinking of. That's also going to go in there. So then this part of the workflow itself, which gives them the full data set of everything they see on Hugging Face, they're going to be able to start doing their research. Their research is going to be as if they're using a generative AI model. So just using a prompt where they can be able to do some human queries and to see, okay, find me some AI models that's good for image to text. It's going to give them the best ones based on all the scorings and stuff. And then it's also going to tell them how this agrees or violates some of these EU regulation laws. And the way how all of this works in the background is using multi-AI agentic RAG. So then you start setting up your agents where one's going to be focused on being a lawyer, one's going to be an analyst, one's going to be doing all the web searching to see the model's web presence. Okay, and it's going to generate an output which is going to look something like this. So you're going to get a full comprehensive report of the AI model or the AI models itself, a full breakdown of its specifications, its performance metrics, toxicity, its model presence online to see if it's actually being used for harm, because if it has been used for harm, then a company is not going to want to use that AI model within their working process. It's also going to give you a breakdown and percentages of the amount of AI ethics and regulations is actually violating. And then it's going to give you an overall risk assessment. Okay, so the whole idea of Select Safe AI is to reduce the risk in harmful misaligned AI models, improve efficiency, and also helping stakeholders to have that assurance to picking the good AI model for their work processes. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to break the mold here because this is not going to tell you an awful lot about all of the backing structure, the AI, the specific models, etc. Because I believe that from our proposition, it's all about the user interface and the user experience. So that's what we're going to talk about mostly here. So basically, what is Trueform.ai? So Trueform.ai is a smarter way to predict outcomes in team sports. So it's not just another prediction model. It's an AI-powered engine that understands the context of every match, not just their scores. So Trueform watches the game the way that analysts wish they could, basically measuring performance against historical expectations and translating that into real insight. Basically, Trueform has been built to bring clarity from the chaos of professional sports. So why does this exist? It's because traditional form tables are completely misleading. What you'll see in a traditional form table such as the Premier League is just win, 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 draw, win. And that gets a team labeled as the form team. Whereas it doesn't actually show the quality of the opposition or the expected difficulty of a match. So a narrow win against a top tier side and a narrow win against a relegation struggler, well, they look the same on paper, but they're really not. So Trueform exists because fans, bettors, and analysts deserve something smarter, a model that contextualizes performance and not just recording it. So you can see here, we have a sample of a generated table, which shows how teams are really doing compared to their expected coefficients. And what problem basically is that solving? The problem it solves is that bad data lead to bad decisions. So solving for context, the models and media still rely on surface level outcomes. Form tables show results, not performance. And that means that the betting public, when they open up their William Hill or their Paddy Power app or whatever, still lose out. And they're basically betting on hunches. So analysts misinterpret data and fans get fed biased narratives. So Trueform fixes that by benchmarking every single result against what history says should have happened, team by team, game by game. So how does it do it? So it benchmarks every fixture using historical expectations, thousands and thousands of previous results. And then we can look at teams of comparable strength. So did a mid-tier side beat a top 4 regular? Well, that's a big overperformance. Or did a top team literally just scrape past a team that they should have dominated? That's an underperformance. So even though it may be a win, it will contribute to a negative if the team played really badly. So we're tracking 7-match rolling form, applying recency weightings, adjusting for attacking and defensive strength, and then we generate predictions. Predictions that are adjusted from the form tables and the expected outcomes, so that when somebody comes to bet on, say, for example, Southampton versus Manchester City, they actually know that the form they're working from is contextual and made towards sort of what they're expecting to be able to bet on. So what makes it unique? Basically, it's transparent. It's not just who won, but who impressed. So each week, predictions are published and verified. We do include what we got wrong, but Trueform, unlike most professional human pundits is not afraid to call draws or upsets. It's completely team agnostic. So we ran a little test on game week 35, and Trueform got 70% correct, when Sky Sports expert Lewis Jones got 22.3. So how is AI used? This is just a little bit here. Basically, it's trained on the data and how to process it in order to create our predictions, which are then fed back through a JSON format and updated live onto our website. So this used to take about 4 hours per league per week, which made it completely unscalable. By using a trained LLM in the background, accessed via an API call, it can do it in 10 minutes with multiple leagues, which makes Trueform completely scalable now that we have AI. So the value play is that we are going to be launching this next season at £10 a month with a hard cap of 10,000 users. And that protects the value edge, because if everybody has it, no one has it. So it delivers value to casual fans, serious bettors, and data-driven professionals. It's built to scale multiple leagues right the way across the world. Does it work? Yes, it does. On average, we've back-tested this across the entire season. It makes around 60%. Most pundits make 40%, and average footy fans make 35%. It achieved 2 90% weeks. Guessing randomly, that would take you 74 years. Trueform did it twice in a season. Odds of 17,117 to 1 against. And this is my amazing team, and we are Trueform. This is team sports predicted properly.
Excellent. Excellent. Duke, this is tough. I mean, only picking 3 so far is gonna be tough.
Yeah, man. I'll let you know if I win a lot of money from your site or not. Or
Well, let Tony know, because he's on my team. You never said we couldn't have. You never said we couldn't have Tony, so I went to him and went, "Do you want to join?"
To be fair, I did play a very, very minor role, but yeah, excellent presentation. Here's one I'm excited about. James.
Oh, can you stop sharing, please, Ben?
I have, mate.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, let me try and share this. I did have some nightmares when I tried to share my screen before. So can everybody see that?
We sure can.
Great. And more importantly, can everyone hear me waffle?
Oh, we can hear you, yeah.
no,
Well, I hear you speaking. I don't know if is your audio playing?
So you can't hear the audio.
Yeah, so make sure you click share again, and make sure you click share computer audio.
Okay, let me check. Nah. Okay, well, my window's completely disappeared now for my Zoom chat. Oh, God.
The joys of presentation.
Yeah, tell me
I'm
about
going to
it.
give you 30 seconds, and I'm going to force you to talk about this.
Tony, can you just play the video from your end?
I don't have it. Oh,
I did send it to you on the link.
Oh,
Hold
sure.
on. Oh, okay, hang on, wait a minute. I think I found it again. Let me try sharing the screen.
If not, I'm
the
going to do
entire
you
screen.
a solid, and let's have Alicia get ready, because I might just go to you next. Oh, there we go. Screen sharing.
Yeah, I don't think the audio is sharing.
So just make sure you click screen share. You click share audio.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it on the link.
Okay, I'm going to let you sort that out, and we will, because I want people to see what you're doing. Let's skip ahead. Alicia, if you, I'm going to put you up, and I'll give you a second to kind of prepare while James sorts out his presentation, if that's okay with you, sir.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
and thank you for being our example, James, of the demo gods not being appeased. You know, I was thinking about that, dude. We got to come up with some sort of like offerings to the demo gods, you know, because it's funny because even, yeah, I mean, it happens to OpenAI, it happens to, remember when Elon shattered the window of his unbreakable Cybertruck? I mean, it happens. So James, I'm rooting for you, buddy. But let's, I think Alicia is going to present. If you want to, if you have a deck, you can send me, James. I can at least put that up for you. But Demi, yeah, good point. But Alikia, why don't you hop on in,
Okay.
and I'll give James
Sorry.
another minute to sort out what he's doing.
All right. So this is meant to be a fun thing. It was fun when I started, and it got serious very fast. And I hope it plays.
Hey there, tech-savvy travelers. Imagine this. An AI app that transforms your travel itineraries like magic. Sounds cool, right? Let's dive into the problem.
Can you hear it?
Planning trips can be overwhelming. There's too much info, not enough good recommendations, and using multiple apps can be a pain. This app simplifies all that with real travel guides, advanced geocoding, and personalized suggestions. It's perfect for the digital-savvy globetrotters out there. Now, how does it stand out? Unlike other travel apps, this one uses Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, to pull data from real travel guides. Think Expedia or Booking.com, but with an extra layer of personalization and performance. The best part? There's a freemium model for you and API licensing for businesses. But what about data? The app pulls data from various sources, travel guides, weather updates, points of interest, you name it. It ensures data quality, privacy, and security with top-notch verification and encryption. Plus, it keeps getting smarter with user-generated data and regular updates. On the tech side, it's all about AI and ML. Using semantic search, text generation, and fuzzy geocoding, it creates itineraries that fit your preferences. The infrastructure grows with the user base, starting from basic hosting to more advanced cloud services. And who's behind this? A dedicated team covering back-end, front-end, DevOps, data engineering, and more. They're also addressing risks like data quality and scalability to make sure you get the best experience. So, if you're tired of juggling multiple travel apps and want something that truly understands your travel needs, this AI app is your next travel buddy. Ready for an adventure? Download it today and let the AI do the planning. Catch you on the next trip.
So first of all, I'll have to admit, I saw the first video, I was like, damn, I need a video. So I searched for AI presented video, and I created this on the fly with a summary from Gemini for the application assessment, and created for me a two-minute video from a summary of an AI LLM summary Gemini, and gave me this video. So that was taken on the fly. So this is multi-agentic AI. So I have 19 countries ingested, and also it picks from an API, a weather API, and it's basically you select your travel preferences, whether you want it budget friendly or luxurious, whether it's a solo trip. So you kind of pick certain specifics. The video talks about the full model, if it is 100% launched. I couldn't launch this out because I discovered plus the vectors and everything, it already went into 247 MB. So once you select the town you want to go, it's able to choose from a vector base using RAG. But if it doesn't get the information, it can generate from the local, from the general knowledge of the LLM. It's using OpenAI, and it's using Llama 70B on Grok for synthesis. And so when you click travel guide, it will get the API, get the data, and then get the city information. I geocoded 45,000 cities already, and with that, there was a problem matching the city and the country. Then it gets recommendations from the RAG, and if it doesn't, if the town doesn't exist in the RAG, it gives you the weather forecast of your trip. So the weather API gives you up to 14 days forecast. And if it's the paid version, gives you up to 300 days of weather forecast. So you get your weather forecast, and then you get your itinerary. I've not been to London, but I believe there's Heathrow and Gatwick. So it gives you for the days, your daily itinerary, this is a luxurious one. So if you have the money, these are you can spend. You can spend your 7 days in London. So I further discovered that Streamlit has a subtype of security block to not allow people to download a PDF. So it produces for you your itinerary, gives you recommendations of where to stay, does maturity cities. So if I say Amman, which I don't have any rag for the same period, I can change the dates. Let me try and take it forward. It might fail, it might succeed, but of course this is a POC. So automatically it picks 7 days as a default. And let me see, I would like to have some of the culture.
5 seconds.
Yes, and then just run that. So it will pick any country, any city in the world, so long as the information is there. If the information is not there, it will give a generic recommendation, but it's something that can be built. So
great presentation. Got to jump in.
There you go.
Yeah. James, you're on the clock, and let me know when you want me to hit play.
Okay, from England to America, via the rest of the world, here is my presentation. Press play. Hi there, I'm James Blackman, the author of Stompy, the AI-powered foot pedal assistant. And Stompy is essentially a voice-to-text transcription service that runs using your own machine's hardware. And it came about because it would be kind of cool to be able to play guitar at the same time as coding. Now we only have to talk to large language models to code. We can also use it to control various applications. So I can say, for example, next slide, and Stompy will tell the machine to advance to the next slide on the PowerPoint presentation. So Stompy is going to enhance your workflow with an intuitive speech-to-text capabilities, and unlike a lot of these type of things, you haven't got to put in a trigger word, or you haven't got to wait for awkward interruptions. It's only going to listen when your foot's on the pedal, and when you let go of the pedal, it's not listening anymore. So you're in complete control. And you can use it to engage in friendly voice-to-voice conversations with the LLM of your choice. Next slide. So it really came about as part of the AI Solutions Architect course when one of the teachers was talking about playing guitar and would it be cool to be able to sort of not have to put the guitar down all the time. And I came up with the idea of using a MIDI foot pedal. The application runs locally using either AI's Whisper or NVIDIA's Parakeet transcription services. They're both running locally on my NVIDIA hardware. Very quick, very accurate. And for the LLM, you can choose from a variety of existing models from OpenAI or run ones locally using Olama. And you can extend the functionality of Stompy to do really whatever you need it to do. Next slide. So the use case is obviously primarily for coding, especially vibe coding, but you can use it as a dictation tool for practically anything, whether you're using Discord or WhatsApp or writing an email. As far as writing email as well, I've got a mode on there where you can take your raw transcription and ask LLM to increase its professionality. It's really good for writing an email. If you're a musician, obviously you haven't got to take your hands off the fretboard. You can just keep playing. But also, if you're in the healthcare industry or really any industry where you don't want to put your hands on a keyboard, your hands might be filled doing something. You might have dirty hands. You can use this to communicate with your software. Next slide. So some simple examples. Let's have a quick look. Workspace 4. ChatGPT. That's going to open up a ChatGPT window, and we can say something like, "Show me the Python code to generate the Fibonacci sequence." And there we go. It's as easy as that. I mean, I'm still playing guitar. Okay, that's really interesting. That's all good stuff. Let's do some vibe coding. Workspace 5. Okay, so I've got Claude open, and I can say, find a bug in the code and tell me about it. Oh, great. Okay, so Claude's off doing our work for us, and we can play guitar for a bit. So let's have a think. Workspace 6. Show me the lyrics for Old Man by Neil Young. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, look at my life, 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think too. Love lies such a cost, give me things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling home to you. Ah, lovely, that was fun. Let's go back to the coding. Workspace 5. Okay, looks like it's found a bug in the UI.rs file. Good, we'll take a look at that maybe a bit later. Workspace 7. Yeah, okay, I can demo talk mode, but I think I'm going to run out of time, so if you want to see that, then shout out to me later. Next slide. So the roadmap, I only started building this thing during the spring course for the AI Solutions Architect from ELVTR. I've written it in Rust and currently runs only on Linux, but hopefully I can find the time to develop it to run on Windows in the summer, and in the autumn I can get a Mac version running, and then maybe even a mobile version in the winter. Next slide. Okay, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed watching the demo. It's been pretty fun to sort of build this application, to be fair, and there's lots more applications for it, but the cool thing is I'm actually using it myself for all kinds of things, and every time I come up with a new application for it, I can put it in there. Cool, thanks a lot. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Can you guys see this?
Sure can. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, good. So as part of this is Mehul from California. As part of the ELVTR course, I developed a financial insights application, and I have a background in this, and I've myself been having issues trying to figure out which stocks to pick and understand the market. And many money managers, they charge a lot of money to give you a call every quarter to update you on what the market is doing. So this is a way, using AI, you could get some better understanding of the market and help you invest. So the problem is that a lot of the tools out there are very complex, and it's very overwhelming to look at all the nomenclature out there. And so for a lot of beginners and entry-level people, it's just getting difficult to invest. So we have various ways that we give insights. One is you input company names if you're interested. It'll tell you what price points will come in the future. The second thing, it'll give you insights on the market, and then it can also help you, recommend stocks. There is a lot of input that you can use. We have picked very key metrics for this and use data sets which are available online using S&P 500, which is a widely tracked US index. One of the important points out here is about how accurate the models are, and various things have been tried, linear regression, random forest, boost, and all that, and to actually have good amount of accuracy. Because if it's for certain companies, if it's 20-30% off, it may not be part of your investment plan. And so I was able to, so R2 is using some baseline mean average, and it was able to improve by using various things to improve from 85% to 95%. Some of the stocks are big outliers. Their price points are very high, so they actually dilute the model. So removing them improves accuracy. So I went over the process of it. I'll show you a live demo, and we use both models and GPT for that. And this is initially for education purposes. Data has been clean, invalid data, null data, and things like that. We use for fair data sources. And this is not a replacement for expert investment advice right now. So given that, I just wanted to kind of show you some of the screens here. Are you able to see this? Yeah. And so so here I actually say, give me some financial insight. So it tells you, there's a lot of variability in the price to earnings ratios of various stocks. And then I said, give me some stock tips. Now, the various ways, it's for conservative investors, aggressive investors. And so it'll basically, it has given some stock tips also out here. And here I can say, put a name. So let's put a name of a company, say Apple, you guys were talking about. So it'll basically say, you can just put partial name and then it'll put this is the price point for Apple. And so like that, you can actually pick multiple companies and kind of go there. So like, let's say, this is recommending companies based on certain earnings and growths. So this is what it is. It's a mix of using models, and it's also a mix of using AI in the background for giving financial insights and company information. And this is the summary of the accuracy. So in terms of ethical and fair use, we went over it. We have outlined the data sources from where it comes from, and we also give the limitations. In general, stock price prediction is a complex problem. There are a lot of features and time series data that you can include, and you can get more and more accurate. And this is a moving target, but we hope to get better over the time. And besides US stocks, we can include European stocks and Asian stocks also. Yeah, that was that. And I really like many of the things mentioned in the class about running these notebooks and trying different models and looking at the ethics and the fairness part of the solution also. So yeah, thanks.
Wow. Another excellent looking project. Duke, geez, it's crazy because we've done this again 3 times, and I can no longer say going into this that you're the favorite.
I know.
So
right?
you've got an uphill battle, my friend. But whenever you're ready.
Seriously. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. You can start the timer.
Okay.
First, I can go through my pretty quickly, but first, real seriously, these demo are seriously impressive, and many of definitely can go forward to be your own company, your own products. So keep at it, and totally impressed. So what I'm showing you, the share screen.
We don't see your screen yet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sharing right now, and I'm gonna move this down here. Okay, so this one, the presentation, there's no need to PowerPoint. Got only 2 words you need to think about: money and laziness. All right, so that's 2 key points. I have a lot of idea. I don't have time. I'm too lazy to work extra time on it. So what can I do to earn passive income? Remember, I like money. I really like money. I'm too lazy to do anything else. So what can I do? So what I did is I trained a lot of models, then I licensed them out. This one I did about 2 years ago, and seriously, it's earned over 80K for me already, just licensing it out. I haven't done anything with it, haven't even improved it yet. So what it does is, of course, you saw this is a CNN, Convolutional Neural Network, the exact same notebook I shared with you, but this one with 120 different dog breed. The first person who using it is he is working with Best of Show. I don't know, you know that TV show is show like, which one are the best dog. He want to use it, walk around the floor and ask people what sort of breed you are at, your dog, your pet are. He just use the app to do it, and he share with friends and become very successful. And he launched an app just for that. He wrote the app, he wrote the UI, I just provide the engines, right? So you can upload any picture you want. This can use a mobile phone, of course. Upload your pictures, it will tell you what it is. The funny thing is that the second client who using it, she have huge problem, and her app is all about dogs and about dog wellness, how to care of your dog. Only one feature is to identify the breed of your dog, right? And she has so much problem because of this problem right here. If anyone upload pictures, the AI goes through and say, geez, it's not it's not a purebred, but it is. So the graph come up with 2 or 3 different kind of dog, and the owner live it. They're like, no, 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 no. I bought a purebred dog. Why you tell my dog is mixed between lavender and golden retriever? My source or my place I bought for guarantee me is 100% purebred. And she come back me like, no, my data verified by veterinarian. I hire expert to verify the data set, make sure data set's correct, and the training is correct. So that created a huge problem. It didn't play favorite either. But anyway, so this model been licensed to six different clients, and they use the model as is, right? I don't build a UI. I just apply the API. I do create a separate Hugging Face or pay Hugging Face private space for them, so their server don't mingle with other people's servers, so they run fast and responsive. So that's it. So I totally encourage you to be lazy, but do want to earn passive income. Do something like this, because even after 2 years, LLM cannot meet this model because LLM are too generic to be specifics on this. And it's such an odd problem that no one spent a lot of time building it, because like, who would want to build a dog prediction app? Many people want to do it.
It's 12 o'clock.
I can provide the engine for them. That's it, Tony. Laziness and money. I hope that win the day.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. Well, here we go. Perfect timing, actually, for my note taker too. So, okay, here comes the exciting part. Geez, sorry. A lot going on here all of a sudden. That was you. Let me get the link here. Okay, so the way that this works is you vote for 3, and again, bear with me. Like I said, this is a little bit different. Here is, let me share my screen. First of all, I want to say amazing presentations. I mean, this was really, really good. And I mean, dude, geez, I'm just so proud of everyone. You know, like this really was super impressive stuff. People, you could tell, put a lot of thought into it. The presentations were all really good. And you know, I agree with you. A lot of these are totally marketable products, and I really hope that people do follow up with all this. So here's this. Go through the link here. We're going to give people about 5 minutes. If you guys want to chat for a minute.
Hey, Tony, do you show the link for the voting?
I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I did put it in the chat. If someone wants to confirm that it works.
Yes. Okay.
So with that, Duke, any other final thoughts? I'm going to refresh the thing, and we are going to crown a winner. God, I'm excited.
Thought is that literally the first and second place keep switching a position back and forth. I keep refreshing, so sometimes the second one, the first super close, guy. Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead, Tony. Please announce the winner.
Okay, I am hitting refresh for the final time. And the winner of the 5th cohort of the ELVTR AI Solutions Architect, for starring Duke Haba, the legend, is, and I'm going to say, even though I was technically a part of this, I did not vote for this team. For that reason, true form, true sports, form reflection, and future results predictor. That is amazing. I am very happy and proud of you. I think that's fantastic. I love second place. I really liked a lot of these. I mean, there's, yeah, And I'm going to follow up with people that I want to. But let's go ahead and hand it over to the winner. Ben, congratulations, my friend. You did it. Thank you everyone who voted. And again, before I get to you, because I know some people are going to drop, a fantastic job. I am going to post content about this that you can share on LinkedIn, as well as I will have the video posted. I will chop the video up for everyone to use their own presentations. Give me a couple days on that. Tomorrow's a travel day for me. I am going to, out of respect for all of his contributions, include Adam's presentation, assuming he gets it to me by Wednesday, in terms of the one that I post on YouTube. But for right now, sir, the honor is yours. Talk us through building your app, and take it away, my friend.
Well, Tony, thank you very, very much, mate. Obviously, you knew a little bit more about this because you've been on the inside for the sort of 4 or 5 weeks. As you said, I would say you've given us a little bit of guidance without being sort of heavily super involved, which we always knew, because you're on a million different projects and a million different things. In all honesty, I hadn't even thought about putting together a awards acceptance speech, so I'm absolutely delighted that I won in the midst of such amazing talent that's been on this team. Watching those demos, watching those presentations, really, you guys, some of you got some absolutely outstanding ideas. I really loved watching what you guys have been working on, and I'm just absolutely sort of honored and humbled that sort of we got the vote. A few of you guys have been reaching out to me as we've been going through via Discord and via chat. We really sort of want to take this forward. It's not just a demo day product. We want to go commercial, and I'd love to collaborate with as many of you as possible, and maybe even bring some of your technologies into true form to create the ultimate AI super sports predictor and market it as well. Some of you guys have got some great sort of AI marketing products there that I think we can leverage and collab with.
Yeah, I mean, the SEO one I thought was particularly impressive. I believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy.
Yeah, me and Jeremy have already been
like
talking in the background.
Yeah, so again, you guys, like, you want a job in AI? I mean, here you go, right? Like, look at all these people. I mean, even if you found one that you really dug or vibed with, reach out to the founder, be like, hey, can I be on, you're looking for people on your team to actually bring this to market. What is the best way to get a hold of you, Ben?
That question for you, Ben.
So the best way to get in touch with me is real simple. Do you know what? I trust all of you guys. My personal number is now in the chat. Sorry, it's meant to be +44. I'll delete the original. Hit me up on Discord. Trueform has a Discord server where we're going to be continuing to develop this over the coming months. Jump onto, I'll repost it. I did post it earlier, but I'll do it again now. Jump onto Trueform's website. But yeah, hit me up on WhatsApp, hit me up on Discord, whatever works for you. Let's continue talking.
And you do have your email on the
Demo
Day form.
Yep, I do. That will work, but we've also got this one as well.
Fantastic. And Francis used the list for connecting that I put on Discord. I can look to repost it, or maybe if Jordan's still on the call, could bring it to the front, and he's not, I'll do it. But yeah, I put a list on the Discord for people to put like their connection, LinkedIn, etc. But like, again, speaking from experience, and Duke and I, like, you should see Duke and I's LinkedIn feed. It is significantly filled with AI Solutions Architect course students, and not because we're somehow like trying to promote, the class. It's not even that. It's because the people are really interested and posting interesting stuff, and that's why we keep up with them, right? And so I hope you guys all do connect. please connect with me for sure. And Duke, if you haven't already, I'll do a shameless plug and grab my LinkedIn. Feel free if you want to put yours in here as well. Do that. And I look forward to everyone. And again, you know, let's do something here and keep the party going. You know, like again, that's why we do the Hangouts. That's why we do the Still Discord. That's why we do WhatsApp. You know, that's why I have my AI Hangout. You know, please contribute. But we really appreciate you guys. And Duke, I'm gonna hand it over to you to put this one, wrap it up.
Thank you for all the presenter. I think all the product is just fantastically done, real well done, and definitely many have viable sort of opportunity for real product in the marketplace. Ben, if I make a lot of money, I'll give you 5% of my betting, right? If I actually use your product and win. And James, I want to order your foot pedal. So do you have one I can order? I can use it right now.
I believe you're using Linux, aren't you? So potentially,
I can use Linux, no problem. I have Linux machine. Yes.
Okay, we'll see.
You have the whole kit, right? You buy the whole kit to what I need.
Yeah, it's several £1,000s, I think, for you. But yeah, I'll give you a small discount.
Family discount. I love it. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
5% of your winnings, don't give it to me. Invest it into Trueform to make us grow quicker.
There you go.
I don't know. That's in you. I got another beta version haven't come out yet.
I'll share with you the roadmap.
Yeah, and we need to all talk to Jeremy when we're ready to promote our products.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Charlambo's, good Lord. I mean, that product, what you're doing is amazing. I mean, like I said, this was really hard. I mean, we had the financial Mayhew's product. I thought was really interesting as well. What Alekia is doing is cool. I mean, there was just such a variety. I mean, we all know the Animal Circle was frankly the best one, but that's okay.
Tony, actually quickly, the first one, that video we had that was 5 minutes or so long about the villages and the medical. Remind me, who was the presenter? It was Pradeep, was it?
That was Selvin and Pradeep. Yeah.
Selvin, if you want to make contact with me, my wife is an advanced clinical practitioner, so I can probably give you some good input into that.
Sure, man. Definitely.
Fantastic.
Oh, there's a cat. There we go. The cat came. Jeremy did the cat vote. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys all. And like I said, you know, let's keep the party going. And I will post when I do. I'm going to do the podcast. I'll have that done today. But then the video stuff does take kind of a fair amount of time on my part. So that'll be, you know, in a little bit of time. But I'm going to have a podcast review of the demo here. As soon as that should be up today. I'll post a link in the Discord. But otherwise, yeah, let's keep in touch. Let's keep building. And, you know, and like Duke says, you know, AI for good. We're at like truly an amazing point in time right now. We've got about 2 years of this before things all just go really in a strange direction. But like now is the time where we can all really position ourselves.
Tony, check my video, mate.
Where'd you send it?
No, check my video feed right now. Here's my co-presenter.
Yes, actually.
Oh yeah.
Turn to a cat.
There you go.
I've turned into a cat.
I appreciate you guys all, and let's all stay in touch. And
thanks a lot, dude. Yeah, thanks, Tony. That's been a great course.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Tony, and everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.